Let's get to Marvel Stadium, though, where it was one-way traffic. The Dogs absolutely trouncing the Tigers. And it was their skipper, Marcus Bontempelli, leading the way with 3 goals and 24 disposals.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the amount of space that he was given early. Like, just no respect for Marcus Bontempelli. Now, I get it. It's hard to tag all of them because they're absolutely stacked as well. There's Richards. He's the #1 rated player in the game. But that's an example of the space that Richmond gave Bontempelli. You're going to do that, and it was right from the start where he kicked, the first goal of the game. He had so much room to move. So 36, 12 score involvements, 3 goals, and they were the stars. I think they're 3 of the best 5 players in football. To have that in your team, what a blessing it is for Luke Beveridge, Richards, Darcy, and Bontempelli. And then you've got the others. Like, Fraser's a good player. We know Treloar subbed out today. He's an All-Australian. We know Ballydale's an All-Australian. Tim English is an All-Australian. They are absolutely stacked. And it was almost criminal that they sat outside of the 8 with that list leading into this game. That's the last time they'll be out of the 8 for the rest of the year. Their fixture is pretty favourable, and there's a lot of games at Marvel where they play so well.
Yeah, well, let's look at that fixture now. So these are the 9 remaining games for the Western Bulldogs. 6 of those 9, Kane, are at Marvel Stadium. So you're licking your lips if you're a Dogs fan, aren't you?
Absolutely licking your lips. What a game that is on Friday night against Sydney at the SCG. I think that'll be a challenge. There's some good games in there against Adelaide and Brisbane, and round 24 against Fremantle. So a couple of those games, Adelaide, Sydney and Fremantle, against teams that are really vying for that 8th spot or 7th or 8th spot, which the Western Bulldogs will be in the mix. But I mean, they're right in the mix to win this premiership, not just make the 8. How could they not be with the amount of talent that is in that list? And Sam Powell, their list manager, I think he's a genius, the way that he's been able to develop this list and keep adding to it. We've seen what Kennedy has done as an addition. He's been unreal to give them some depth and some midfield grunt. He's been able to go forward and score as well. So they don't have a weakness. I'd love a little bit more from Aaron Norton, clearly, but I just think that's the lot you get with Aaron Norton now at this stage of his career. And I guess the big unanswered question is Jamari Ugle-Hagan and whether they can get him back for a finals run.
When it comes to Richmond, though, it was always going to be a big challenge to match it with the Dogs, particularly that potent forward line. Noah Bolter at times, though, looked a little bit adrift, Kane. What did you make of his performance?
It's putting it nicely. He looked like he was playing a different sport. So there's the one that he tries to pick off in the middle of the ground. That's not in his package. So I'd just be putting that one away if I was Noah and kicking it 60 metres down the line. We saw, a number of turnovers, unfortunately, when he had the footy in his hands. But it was the stuff like this in the one-on-one matchup with Darcy. Now, he's a tough matchup, but he was just lost. That one there, if you had a look behind the goals, you just completely misread that. The space that he's allowing Darcy to lead. You're playing on the best player in football. At least go with him and not let him get a run towards the football. So, once again, trying to pick kicks off through the middle of the ground. So, I said a couple of weeks ago that they should put him away for the year because I think the curfew has really hampered his continuity of his football. He's a player that needs to play because when he loses touch badly. And in for one, out for one, curfew, disruptions, off-field distractions has really hurt his form. And it's just not good enough for a leader of that footy club. So I just can't imagine how much they are regretting signing him for that 7-year deal. He's had a really disappointing year.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.